I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasting like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rocking Knicks University, man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Yo, I had an air horn queued up somewhere and I didn't hit it. Let me do that one more time. Yo, party people in the place to be. Yo, it's the number one chief rocking Knicks University, man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. There it is. There's the air horn. All right, there it is. All right. Salute, everybody. Virtuoso is in the building. King Embit, Andios. What's good, everybody? Just fresh off of a joint with the Queen Bee. Just went through and just hung out with them a little bit on Dope Soul Sports and Knicks Talk. Just for a few minutes before I want to come over here and rock into the night a little bit, talking that talk the way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. Just talk a little bit about, do the Knicks have a guy on the roster that we can depend on in these big clutch moments that we'll be looking at in the playoffs? Right? Do the Knicks have a guy, if we're down by 7 in the fourth quarter of, say, game 1, do we have a guy that can help us take the lead and win the game? Oh man, 803 is in the building. Salute. Do the Knicks have that guy? Do we have any Cremo? Okay. Thank you. Oh man, 803. Look what oh man, 803. Look. I don't know if you can see this on the TV, but that's a Gamecock cup. And I'm drinking out of a Gamecock cup. And we're kind of like a slash Clemson. Well, I guess so the baby went to Clemson, basically. So the baby went to Clemson. So we spent a lot of time at Clemson University. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Justo11 is in the building. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. What's good, man? So I asked the question. I want to get y'all take on it. I asked the Queen Bee that before I left from over there, because I had been thinking about it when everybody was talking. It just came to me like one of those questions, like, y'all know we do this, right? Like, we legit we do this, like, in terms of the YouTube channel and all that stuff. This is what we do, not as frequently as I would like to, but as often as I can. Right. And so at times, a question will come to me. Do we have a guy in the playoffs that can kind of take us home? Right? If we're, say, game 6, I'll get a Virtuoso. I'm giving an example for Virtuoso. So it's game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Right? Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We're in Boston. We're up 3-2 on Boston. Right? Say game 6, we're up 3-2 on Boston in Boston Garden. Right? And say we're up by 6. Do we have a guy that can go blow for blow with Tatum and Brown to secure the win? Do we have that guy? Do we have a guy, say, in the NBA Finals, tied up 2-2? Say Minnesota has won their 2 at home, and the Knicks have won their 2 at home, right? And say game 5, right? A pivotal game 5. Do we have a guy that can get their own and secure a game 5 victory? I'm asking that question because we legit have asked every question. We've been around the world with a lot of questions, right? But I think I think we dodge some of the most important questions. Do we have that guy? Right? Do we have that guy, say, in a first round playoff series against Orlando, and we're up 3-0, right? And Orlando is up by 5 in the fourth quarter. Do we have a guy that can close out Orlando and get that series over so that we can rest? Do we have that game? I don't want to. Y'all know me. I'm not going to ask you how you feel about. Hey man, how you feel about OG Anunoby's return? I don't want to ask y'all that because everybody's going to have their own thing, right? Like the baseline question. I don't want to ask you like the baseline question. What I want to ask you, is to take this conversation to another place. Ivory 10 is in the building. He says Brunson is definitely a closer. Well, Ivory 10, my thing is, I really want to believe that because I've seen it in the regular season. Big Tone is in the building. Yo, Big Tone ragging me about these 60 wins, bro. I think I'll never live that down, bro. Big Tone, I was checking y'all out earlier, bro. Let me check. Let me get my guy. Let me see. Let me put my thing in here. Let me get my. Let me put that thing in there in case my guy want to jump in. CAA Mafia is in the building. JW is in the building. Cross Signal is in the building. Salute. And Cross Signal says, we've got a great chemistry. Yeah, I believe that too, man. I believe that. Right? I believe that. Yo, what's good, boss? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. What's good, man?
Man, what in the world made you think your garbage Knickerbockers was going to win 60 games, man? Did you really believe that, nephew?
Hey, man. I might have got caught up in the moment, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might have got caught up in the moment, man, or something, man. I don't
know. You definitely got caught up in the moment.
Yeah, man.
Man, I would even bet you. I would have bet you 50 games if you had said 50 games.
No, not at that time, bro. I was on 60, bro. I wasn't.
Oh, I know. No. I know you was on 60. I know you was on 60, but I'm just saying, even if you would have said 50, I would have betted you 50 games that y'all wasn't gonna win no 50 games. But 60, I don't know. Yeah, you was, nephew. but that steak gonna taste good, nephew. You know.
I got you, big dog. Hey, and I think we're gonna be in Miami April 2nd.
Yeah, y'all. I think we play y'all.
No. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about the people. I think
Okay.
yeah. I think we gonna be. I don't know if I'll be able to catch you. It'll be other times, but I think we gonna try to target April 2nd.
Okay, but remember now, I'm a Miami Heat, but I'm in Atlanta, bro.
I know that.
Okay.
That's why I just said that. That's why I just said that.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said I don't know if I'll be able to catch you. That's
catch you right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Yeah.
Man. I ain't gonna hold you up because you know your fans hate it when the true Miami Heat come on. So I just wanted to stop by and tell you that smothered steak, whatever it is, nephew, that you pay for your steak, it's different. Y'all New Yorkers, steak costs $100, $1,000. Who knows what y'all steak costs? So whatever it is you feel like your steak cost, man, just cash app it. Hey man, it's whatever, nephew, because we really didn't put no price on it. It's just a basic steak dinner.
That's why I was going back through the thing. I was like, well, how much did I tell him? But but listen, the thing is, first of all, let me tell everybody that's listening in the chat. First of all, I'm a big fan of Big Tone channel, right? I'm a huge fan. It's growing real fast. They got merch out, all this stuff, man. They got people participating. They feel mad comfortable when they come on. He got a bunch of haters, but you're not doing nothing right if you don't have people
That's
that
true.
got lemon drops in their mouth. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
true.
Man, dope channel. We've been trying to collab and all that stuff, man. But during the course of the season. But anyway, what it is, the door is always open.
My man. Oh yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Always. Most definitely. And vice versa.
Yeah.
We don't worry about this our show. We run our show. We don't. I mean, we appreciate our subscribers and all, but no, you got to run your show.
Right.
We can't let
what I'm saying. So
welcome,
bro.
Most definitely.
Matter of fact, every time, and this is to my chat that's watching. Every time I show up in Big Tone chat, he always put the link in there.
Most definitely.
So as soon as he see me, he be like, "I'll be the link right there." I'll be like, "Okay."
Most definitely, because we definitely talk, man. We ain't got no complex on nothing, man. You a Knicks fan, I'm a Miami Heat fan. We did because we two different teams fan. We ain't nothing to that.
Maybe we
just love and respect, man.
Right. Maybe we can do something when I come to Atlanta. So I hit just Atlanta 5 or 6 times a year, maybe.
Just hit me up, man.
Yeah,
blessed to the Most High, man. Like I always tell everybody, man, blessed to the Most High. If I'm available, man, hit me up. Man, ain't no problem to that, nephew. Ain't no problem to that at all, brother. But I just wanted to stop by, man, have fun with you and everything. So whenever you kick it, man. We know, but I just had to stop by and give you your delusional wake up.
Yeah, bro, I already know the snake. I already knew snake aside. I already knew snake aside. I ain't gonna never hit the end of this shit. I already knew. I already knew that. So I was like, and you can't make no excuse either. Ain't no
excuses, sir. But go ahead, man. I appreciate you, nephew. I'm gonna move on, man. But appreciate and shout out to everybody in your chat, man, and all your fans, man. Salute, nephew.
Hey, salute.
I'll holler at you, baby.
Thank you for coming through, bro.
Ain't no problem. Peace out.
Yeah, that was Big Tone. Everybody, that's my man. He got a dope channel, man, coming in to rag me because we didn't win 60 games. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, man. Salute to him. And salute to everybody we kick it with, man. Big fan Breezy with the Nets and we talk Mavs, we talk Hawks TV, Spurs versus everyone, all the channels, man. We kick it with, man. Salute to all of them. They all do great stuff, man. So, but want to say this though. Ralph Unreal is in the building. Salute. So, do the Knicks have a guy that can carry us when in those clutch moments where we need it? And I understand where everybody is going to come from. Everybody's immediate answer is going to be, well, we saw Jalen Brunson kind of do his thing with Dallas and kind of do his thing last year, say against Cleveland and against Miami, right? And so what I'm going to say to that is I see it and I believe it, but I would sure like to see more of it, right? I see it and I believe it. I'm not going to sit up here and say, no, Jalen Brunson is not a closer. I'm not getting ready to get back into no corner with that. What I'm saying is I've seen it before. I've seen him do it in Dallas, and I've seen him do it for a spell in New York against Cleveland and Miami. But what I'd like to see though is those real clutch moments that get us somewhere. Right? Like not that beating Cleveland in the first round was not impressive, but I think a lot of us probably have forgotten about that already. Right? A lot of us may have forgotten about that Cleveland Cavaliers playoff series. Or if we've not forgotten about it, we just don't prioritize it. Zansky Gamers in the building. Salute. Do the Knicks have that guy that can carry us in those moments? Not carry the team, everybody. Listen, I'm not asking if Brunson can carry a team. We know that already. Well, I'm not going to ask simple questions like that. Right? Right. But what I am asking is, in those moments where we absolutely need a bucket, do we have a guy that's gonna, or we need a stretch of buckets? Do we have a guy that can take us home? Do we have a closer? Do we have a Kobe Bryant type closer on the roster? Do we have a Paul Pierce type closer on this roster? Do the Knicks have a Steph Curry type closer on the roster? Not their career, right? Not their career, not their stats, not their accolades. Closing time. I wish I can get like a post-punk rock band to make a song called Closing Time with like a 90s feel to it. I wish I can get that, man. Like legit. I wish I can get like a post-punk, post-rock 90s feel group to do a song called Closing Time. I wish I can get that, man. At the moment, that's Brunson. He's done that sporadically throughout his tenure with the Knicks. I believe so, right? I believe so, but I'm talking about at the highest level. Because Brunson has done it. Randall has done it in the regular season. We hadn't seen that in the postseason from Randall. Right? For a number of reasons. One year the team was just not it, and then he had injuries last year. Do we have that guy on the roster that in a game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals on the road, we can get a guy to either save our season or win us a championship. Right? In a game six, in theory, two things are going to happen. A guy is going to save our season or win us a championship. In a tie game, in a game six against Boston in Boston Garden with 5 minutes to go, do we have a guy on the roster that can help us win a championship? Do we have that guy? And the interesting part of this, is not the fact that you need you won't need the what's what I'm looking for? The prototype closer, right? You don't need a 6'6" wing player that can jump out of the gym, dribble, pass, and shoot, all of that, right? You just need us to get buckets, right? Do we have that guy? I'm almost there with Jalen Brunson. and I honestly think that Randall can be that situationally. Like, I don't know if Randall can be that against Boston, but I definitely think he can be that against other teams. I think he can. I think Randall can definitely be that against Milwaukee. I think Randall can definitely be that against Cleveland. I think Randall can definitely be that against Orlando. I think Randall can definitely be that against Indiana. Right? I think Randall can definitely be that against Miami. Right? But in situations, I think Randall can carry us against certain teams, a large majority of teams, but is Randall the ultimate closer? I don't know. And I'm not doubting him as a person or a player. I'm saying I'm doubting because of a lack of evidence. Lack of proof. I just hadn't seen it. Can he be that guy? I'm uncertain. Now, notice when I say I'm uncertain, I didn't say no, but I also did not say yes. Justo says Dante can make those big shots when JB and Randall are on the floor. I agree. I agree. Right? I think Dante can make those big shots only if he is the third or fourth option. I think he can be that if he's the third or fourth option. Now, if he's the second option, no, Dante not going to be that guy. I'm sorry. Can OG Anunoby be that guy? Possibly. Possibly. But not in a Kobe Bryant type way, but in a Robert Horry type way, if you get what I'm saying. Like, not the playmaker, but the guy that hit the clutch shots. Not the self-creator, but the guy that knocks down open shots when the ball gets to him. Absolutely. 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 Kerry Cox says Precious will shock people because they're not going to plan for him in the playoffs. Listen, man, I agree. I think Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson will also shock people with their play in the playoffs? I think Mitchell Robinson, or let me restate. I think Precious, basically, Precious Achua is going to be our Jerome Kersey. For those that remember Jerome Kersey. And OG Anunoby is going to be our Sean Marion type of player. Oh, you know what? Shane Battier. Prime Shane Battier type player. Right? Shane Battier is almost in his prime, almost all-star level talent, but lockdown defender. No, not that. No, Utah Jazz Kersey. No, I'm talking about Trailblazers Kersey. I'm talking about young man Jerome, young Portland Trailblazers Kersey. Come off the bench, get rebounds, play perimeter defense, knock down a three if you leave them wide open. Really athletic, big, strong, and athletic. But I also want to point out one other thing. I want to make y'all laugh. Yo, get out of here. I ain't heard Aaron Pryor name in a long time. No, I take that back. Me and Anthony D were talking about Aaron Pryor Monday night, Tuesday night, one of them nights. One of those nights we were talking about Aaron Pryor. I forgot his nickname. It's the Cincinnati something. The Cincinnati, so I forgot his name. But he had Panama Lewis in his corner. Man, that dude beat Alexis Arguello, bro. I used to love Alexis Arguello, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I had something. I had something. I wanna the Hawk. That was his nickname. Yeah, the Hawk. The Hawk. That's his name. I want to ask y'all a question, and I know it's a Friday night, end of the week, random question. I want to ask everybody, right? It's just a random question, right? How good is Julius Randle? In your mind, is Julius Randle a top 200 all-time power forward? Is he a top 100 all-time power forward? Is he a top 50 all-time power forward? Is he a top 20 all-time power forward? I had this conversation with somebody, and I know I sound like an idiot when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Who cares? It's the internet. Who cares? Who cares about reputation? Virtuoso said that man wanted to fight Sugar Ray Leonard so bad that when he announced his retirement in '82, Aaron Pryor cried. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. Fallback haters in the building. And so when I ask this question, I know it seems like it's not really an important question, but I think I have to establish something in my Knicks fandom. In game is in the building. Says whenever it's so you use it. Usually see you on boxing. Yo, what boxing channels y'all be on? I need to get with y'all, man. I need to get with y'all on these boxing channels because me and Anthony D thought about starting a boxing channel. Anthony D has been talking to me about that for years, man. No lie, he been talking to me about that for years. Like we need to do a boxing channel. And to be honest with you, we really don't have the time. Like for instance, if we do a boxing channel, then it'll probably only be like once a month, or whatever. Virtuoso says Ring IQ, boxing talk, boxing beats and rhymes. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to check that out, bro. But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna sound crazy. Y'all bear with me, right? I need y'all to reel me back in if you can. Right? Here's my take, and I know y'all are gonna say he crazy, right? I know y'all are gonna be like, yo, that man crazy, bro. That man, what that man talking about? I honestly believe that Julius Randle is a better player than Chris Webber. I honestly believe Julius Randle is a better player than Rasheed Wallace. I honestly believe Julius Randle is a top. I think Randle is a top 30-ish power forward of all time. And I know that sounds crazy, right? I know that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, right? But I'm looking at their numbers right now. I'm looking at their numbers right now, and this guy and Chris Webber, who had an insane prime. Chris Webber had an insane prime, right? But in his prime years, I always felt like were the Sacramento years. And in his Sacramento years, he was 23 and a half points a game, 10 and a half rebounds, and 4.8 assists. Chris Webber's prime, his prime years, Sacramento, in a high-powered, up-tempo offense, he was 23 and a half, 10 and a half, 5 rebounds. And I know those numbers sound amazing because they are. 23 and a half, 10 and a half, right? Right. And then Randall's prime years, I'm going to pull up Randall's prime years, and his prime years will definitely be New York, right? Julius Randle. Julius Randle stats. Oh, shoot. Not that one. Julius Randle stats. And Julius Randle's prime years with New York, Julius Randle is 22.6 points a game and 9.9 rebounds a game and 4.8 assists a game. So their numbers are eerily similar. eerily similar, right? Their numbers are similar. But you know what is not similar? Chris Webber always being surrounded by elite talent. The first time you ever saw Chris Webber, he was surrounded by talent. The day he retired, he was surrounded by talent. And every team in between, he was surrounded by talent. And I know what people will say. Well, what about the Washington Bullet years? Yeah, the Washington Bullet years when he had Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace and Jawan Howard. You talking about those years? Those years? Yeah. Chef NYK is in the building. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights is in the building. When you look at Julius Randle's numbers in New York, right? He had 3 years of Elfrid Payton, Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, Reggie Bullock, Alec Burks, Derrick Rose, Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, Marcus Morris, Maurice Harkless. Yeah. And Chris Webber's prime years, he had Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac, Bobby Jackson, Gerald Wallace for a stretch, I think. Chris Webber in Golden State played with Tim Hardaway, Latrell Sprewell, Billy Owens, right? Even in his latter years away from Sacramento, when he was in Philly, he played with Iverson, right? He played a season in Detroit when they were making the Eastern Conference Finals every year. He ended his career in Golden State where he played 9 games. I won't count those. I won't count those numbers. Chris Webber is a 5-time NBA All-Star. He made his final All-Star game at age 29. Julius Randle is a 3-time All-Star. He made his first All-Star game at age 26 and then made it at age 28 and 29. And one could assume that Randle will probably make more All-Star games. Where does Julius Randle rank all time with you guys? Is he top 200? Is Randle just a guy? Is Julius Randle a Sharif Abdur-Rahim? Is Julius Randle a Kevin Willis? Is Julius Randle a Buck Williams? Is he a Terry Cummings? Is Randle just a Charles Oakley type player in terms of contribution, in terms of rank historically? Or is Julius Randle better than Kevin McHale? Chat, who would you prefer, Julius Randle or Kevin McHale? Kevin McHale had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kevin McHale had 5 seasons averaging 20 points a game. Kevin McHale only had 5 seasons of 20 points a game. And it's not because they didn't need him to score, because they definitely needed his scoring. I'm going to pull up a list. I'm going to see if I can find a list. Top 25 NBA PF all time. All right. So Clutch Points has an article, the 25 greatest power forwards of all time. I think we all know who the top 10 are, right? But this is the list. I'm gonna name the list, right? And y'all tell me if Julius Randle is better than any of these guys, right? All right. So as a matter of fact, I should put it on the screen. And I'm gonna put it on the screen, right? I just want to establish a thing here. So that I'm gonna tell the Queen Bee that Randall's a I'm gonna go back and tell BK Steph that Julius Randle is a top 25 power forward all time, so she can stay up for the rest of the night laughing. And I'm doing this and right, and so I'm doing this so that we can appreciate or understand how good where our talent is. I'm doing this only so that we can appreciate the level of talent that we have, right? Or learn a lesson. All right, so 25 is Pascal Siakam. Is Julius Randle a better power forward than Pascal Siakam? Chat, tell me what y'all think. Y'all see the three names on the screen. Is Julius Randle better than these three guys? Is Julius Randle better than Larry Nance? Is Julius Randle better than LaMarcus Aldridge? Is Julius Randle better than Horace Grant? Is Julius Randle better than Horace Grant? Right. And the fact that they have Karl Anthony Towns on this list is disturbing because Karl Anthony Towns' numbers at power forward are not as good as Julius Randle's numbers at power forward or impact either. Karl Anthony Towns should not be on this list. Right. Cat should not be on this list. Sorry about that, Joe. I had the computer started freezing up on me, so I apologize. Sorry about that, y'all. The computer was freezing up on me, man. So sorry about that. Carl Anthony Towns should not be on this list. He's a center. Here's one. Here's where we get interested. Is Sean Kemp a better power forward than Julius Randle? This is one that I would be interested in debating. Sean Kemp, to me, in his prime, could do stuff better than Julius Randle. But at the same time, Sean Kemp had zero offensive game. It's not even a question, right? Right. Sean Kemp legit is what would happen if Obi Toppin reached his max potential. If Obi Toppin reached his max potential, he'd be Sean Kemp. Right? Right? I want to take a gander at Sean Kemp's numbers because I think Sean Kemp, for a spell, was a great power forward, but I think he had a really, really, really peak prime. Like I think he had like an Amari Stoudemire type prime where he was in the elite during his prime, but he's not who you think he was. Right? Sean Kemp for his career is where is it? Sean Kemp for his career in Seattle, Sean Kemp was 16 points, 10 rebounds. Sean Kemp averaged 20 points per game once. Sean Kemp averaged 11 rebounds a game once. Well, twice. 10.9. I'll give him 10.9. Right? 10.9 is 11 in my mind. Right? Sean Kemp is at 16 in his prime. Basically, in his prime, Sean Kemp is 18 and 11 in his prime. He's 18 and 11. He's a rim finisher, a rim runner, high volume rebounder. Is Julius Randle better than Sean Kemp and Rasheed Wallace? I'm going to say yes to both. Is Julius Randle better than Amari Stoudemire, Bobby Jones, and Chris Webber? What I'm going to say to Bobby Jones is this. Bobby Jones will get a bad rap because he played in the ABA. By the time he got to the NBA, he was a little bit older, but he was a lockdown defender. Bobby Jones is the only person in NBA history. Bobby Jones is the only player in NBA history I personally think could stop Kevin Durant in his prime. Shut him down. The only player. Bobby Jones. The only player that has ever walked onto an NBA basketball court that could stop a prime Kevin Durant is Bobby Jones. In my opinion. Now, opinions will vary, right? But I also think that Amari and Chris Webber were better than Bobby Jones in their prime years, in peak years. Man, I gotta close some of these windows, huh? Okay. Yeah, those windows were going crazy, bro. Those windows were going crazy. Had the computer looking crazy just now. So I'm gonna say I don't see a power forward, um, 16 through 25 that's better than Randall. Dolph Shays, I don't want to speak to the Dolph Shays thing because I never saw Dolph Shays. So I'm just gonna take them at their word. Kevin Love, I think Julius Randle is more impactful of a player, and I would even say better than Kevin Love. And I'm talking about prime Kevin Love too, by the way. I think Julius Randle in his prime is a better player in his prime than Kevin Love. I don't think Kevin Love by himself is an impactful player. And I know that sounds like sacrilege, right? I know that sounds like sacrilege, right? Maybe I'm a homer, maybe I'm not. The Chris Bosh thing, Chris Bosh in Toronto, I think is better than Randall. Chris Bosh in Miami, I think had to take a back seat. Is Julius Randle better than Pau Gasol, Draymond Green, or Bob Pettit? I don't want to speak to the Bob Pettit part because I never saw him. I don't want to speak to the Bob Pettit thing because I never saw him play. So they say 12. I'll say 12. Is Julius Randle a better player than Draymond Green? Absolutely. Is Draymond Green more impactful than Julius Randle? Absolutely. Draymond Green is the epitome of an impactful player, right? What he does means something. Whereas Randle will have nights where he does a lot of stuff and it means nothing. And no disrespect to him, but I guess that's how it is when you play with Steph and Clay. Like if when Randle kicks out to a wide open corner three by Frank Ntilikina, it means nothing. But when Draymond Green kicks out the corner three to Klay Thompson, it means everything. It just means everything. It is what it is. So based on this, I'm at number 10, and I have Randall so far ranked about 13, based on the names that we saw. All right, now we're getting to the nitty gritty, right? Kevin McHale and Elvin Hayes. No, Randall is not better than Elvin Hayes, and yes, I think he's better than Kevin McHale. Right, and I know Kevin McHale got asked to do less stuff, but you don't put Kevin McHale up. Kevin McHale, yo, think about this. What if Julius Randle got single coverage in the post down low because if the double team came, he kicked it out to Larry Bird? What if Julius Randle played with Bill Walton and Larry Bird at the same time? His numbers would be insane. And Virtuoso said, yeah, McHale had a serious post-up game. And the thing about McHale, though, that I'll mention about McHale, if you ever got him away from the rim, it was like watching Enes Kanter play defense. Kevin McHale was not that guy. And I know he was a tall guy, right? I know McHale was about 6'11", about 230. And listen, I know that. I know that already, right? I know that already, right? But yeah, Randall, if he felt like it, could guard out there if he felt like it, right? Is Randall better than Anthony Davis? No. No, I'm not even having that debate. Is Randall better than Dennis Rodman? No, I'm not having that debate, right? Is Randall better than Giannis? No, I'm not having that debate. Is he better than Kevin Garnett? Hmm. Is Julius Randle better than Kevin Garnett? Let me put I'm gonna put a pin in that one. Is he better than Dirk? No. Is he better than Barkley? No. Is he better than Tim Duncan? No. All right, this list is flawed because I don't see Karl Malone. Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley. Karl Malone's not on this list. I didn't see Karl Malone's name. Yeah, this list is stupid. Yo, now that I see it, this list is stupid. Karl Malone's not on it. Okay, let me get out of it. I'm gonna close out this list. How is Karl Malone not on that list? No, hey, I think Terrence Jones was on that. I think Terrence Jones was that guy. I don't think they played together. I think Randall was there with. Was he there with? No. No, Randall. No, Randall was there. I think they had. I can't remember who they had at center, but it wasn't Randall. And I can't remember the center they had. Was it Boogie? No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Boogie either. Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't know who their center was. Was it Willie Cauley-Stein? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. But based off the names that we all saw, right? Based off the names that we all saw, are we legitimately gonna say that Randall is not better than Rasheed Wallace? Are we gonna say that Randall is not better than Sharif Abdur-Rahim? Are we gonna say Randall is not better than Tom Gugliotta, Terry Cummings, Buck Williams? Right? Of course, we're not going to even consider Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Dirk Nowitzki. We're not going to consider those guys, right? Anthony Davis, Giannis. We're not even going to consider Randall being in that conversation. But the others, though, is Randall a better player than Dave DeBusschere? I'm gonna say that Randall is a more basically Dave DeBusschere was Draymond Green / Josh Hart. That's Dave DeBusschere. An undersized power forward that can dribble, pass, and shoot, sneaky athletic, very strong for his size. Right? Dave DeBusschere was not 6'11" with a 40-inch vertical. Dave DeBusschere was about 6'6", 6'7", about 210, 220 pounds. Phil Jackson, our backup power forward, was bigger than Dave DeBusschere. Yeah. Yeah, the list didn't even have Karl Malone on it. I mean, come on, man. Come on, Karl Malone's not on the list? Come on, man. Yeah, we got Pascal Siakam on the list, but you don't have Kevin Willis? You don't have Terry Cummings? Really? That's what we out here doing? Like, we legit got those dudes on the list? I mean, come on, man. What are we doing out here? So basically, what I'm saying to everybody is I think we have to be careful about the Randall conversation and his impact in New York, because it's understandable. This dude will never reach the heights of Tim Duncan or Karl Malone or Charles Barkley, right? That's my Mount Rushmore of power forwards, right? Malone, Barkley, Dirk, and Tim Duncan, if you consider him a power forward, right? If you consider Tim Duncan a power forward, then Tim Duncan's on that list, right? But how do you leave him off the list and add Pascal Siakam? To me, it makes no sense. To me, it makes no sense. Is Randall better than Rodman? It depends on what Rodman you're getting. Rodman in his prime, absolutely not. Old Rodman, yes. Detroit Pistons, Dennis Rodman, no, he's not. Right? He's not. Randall is not better than Pistons Dennis Rodman. Right? Now, Lakers Dennis Rodman, absolutely. San Antonio Dennis Rodman, absolutely. Is Randall better than Kevin McHale? I know people want to say, man, that's sacrilege to talk about Kevin McHale. He sacrificed numbers for such and such and such. Nah, bro. Nah. I was there. I saw when Boston was playing tough teams and they needed a bucket and they went in other directions. I saw when Danny Ainge would take over a game with 3-point shooting. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw when Dennis Johnson would facilitate and take over a game, right? I saw it with my own eyes. Can't fool me. Not on this one. Now, if you're talking about early 70s on back, I was too young. Right? And as a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, I would say Randall is a unicorn in that guys that can shoot the three and rebound at a high level are rare. How many guys you know can get you double-digit rebounds, shoot about 35% from three, and average 20 points a game? It's rare. As a matter of fact, when Rasheed Wallace started shooting threes, right, he would take one or two a game. We were like, oh my God, Rasheed Wallace shot a three the other day. Right. Randall can do that. It's nothing. And I know the era is changed, right? And if we're talking about power forwards in their prime, if we're talking about prime years, like maybe a stretch of maybe 5 years as opposed to an entire career, I think we may have to include Larry Johnson. I think we have to include Larry Johnson in these conversations. I think we have to include Adrian Dantley in some of the conversations. If we're just talking about brief stretches, I think we have to include Derek Coleman in those conversations also. Right? Mega is in the building. Salute. Mega, I got one more thing to say before I get out of here, right? I just got one more thing just to bring up real quick before we get out of here, right? I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that if the Knicks make the playoffs healthy, Nobody in the NBA wants to play this Knicks team. If the Knicks make the playoffs healthy, and Kerry Cox says Elvin Hayes is better than Randall. Yeah, I agree. Elvin Hayes could shoot with both hands, rebound at a high level, all of that. I'm almost thinking too that I don't want to say it out of what's the power forward that Spencer Haywood. I'm almost thinking that Spencer Haywood may be better than Julius Randle. Maybe Spencer Haywood is better than Randle also. Former Knicks Spencer Haywood. Maybe better than Randle. Maybe. If we're talking about like a 4 or 5 year stretch, I could probably see that. Jay Boogie is in the building. Jay Boogie says, okay. Shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, and happiness. Big ups. Big ups. Salute. 3 capital S's. If you have not done so, and I'm going to put the link in the chat to it. If you have not done so, subscribe to Jay Boogie's on YouTube Music, right? I'm going to put the link in the chat. Subscribe to Jay Boogie on YouTube Music. Right? Let me see. Let me find my guy. J Boogie. There he is. Do your man Uncle Freezy a favor. Click the link. Subscribe to Jay Boogie on YouTube Music. Help us with the Jay Boogie movement, right? Jay Boogie, J-Boogie, the closer on YouTube Music. Go to his page, subscribe, so that Jay Boogie can start, sharing the love, and we can share the love back with Jay Boogie. The channel, since I mentioned it, the channel has already started going up a little bit over there. I'm not for sure what the number is right now. But when I saw it, the channel looked undiscovered. And so we don't want to do that. We want this channel to be discovered. So do me a favor, do Jay Boogie a favor. Click on the link I just provided. Go to Jay Boogie Music, subscribe to his channel. We're going to try to get Jay Boogie's number up to at least my mission for the rest of this year is to get Jay Boogie up over 1,000. And so we're not even close to that, but with y'all help and with y'all support, like how we do y'all, like how we show y'all love and support in the chat, man, welcome everybody into the family and all that stuff. We want to reciprocate that. This is a call to action, right? This is my call to action, man. Help support Jay Boogie on Jay Boogie on YouTube Radio. Salute to my guy Jay Boogie. Just do everybody a favor and just do that. Like, help Jay Boogie grow and all that. And Kerry Cox says Bob McAdoo better than Randall. I consider Bob McAdoo a center. I consider him a center, especially when him and Spencer Haywood were here together. Bob McAdoo played the 5 and Spencer Haywood played the 4. And mind you, I was little, bro. I was like 6 years old. I didn't know what I was looking at. No, I was like 6, 7, 8 years old when it happened. I didn't know what I was looking at. All I knew it was like these dudes were really tall. Yeah. On that note, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here. I had a previous engagement with Vibes and stuff, so I'm gonna go over there and vibe out for a little while. So y'all welcome to come over and vibe. We just gonna be talking like just regular, just chopping it up, man. We ain't doing nothing special. We ain't turning over the world. We just gonna be over there talking. I had scheduled that previously in the week, but since I had missed 2 shows, I wanted to kind of jump on back to back, bim, and say, you know what, yo, I gotta show my people some love, man, and all of that, man. Show my face. Jay Boogie says, thanks to everybody. I'm letting off a lot of Hey, man. Hey, yeah, Jay Boogie. Hey, Jay Boogie, I'm gonna call you as soon as I wrap this up. I know it's late at night. Right? Jay Boogie, I know it's late at night, but I'm gonna call you as soon as I wrap this up, man. It'll be like 3 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for supporting all Knicks content on YouTube everywhere. We appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be on with State of the New York Knicks podcast tomorrow at 11. So check for your main man, the number one Chief Rock in Knicks universe, Uncle Freezy, gonna be with State of the New York Knicks podcast. Y'all already know that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be me and State together at the same time. Yo, you already know that's gonna be crazy. But anyway, thank y'all for rocking, man. I'ma holler at y'all.